Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Happy Tuesday. And you guys, can I just say this, for those that feel that they aren't doing well, and since this is the holiday season and some people have a hard time during this time, I just want to try and encourage you and say it's okay to be sad, but don't let it overtake you. Don't give up. You are not alone. You matter. And I believe, and through experience of my own, I found that the most difficult roads, situations that I have been in have taught me what a strong person I am, and that there was a reason for that hardship that led to something better and in my favor. So please hold on, stay strong, keep your head held up high, and this, whatever situation it may be, shall pass. As I say, it's okay to be sad, but don't let it overtake you. In this video today, we will be discussing Without a Crystal Ball and how she took another victim's horrific story and pictures and tried to use it to her advantage, to suit her storyline, to make herself look, in my opinion, more credible, come across as this concerned individual. I must admit, it angered me. And it definitely rubbed me the wrong way. And how far she will go. We're going to get into all that, but before that, my usual disclaimer. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Also, by no means during this video or by me doing this video am I trying to portray Cody as an angel or a good guy or taking up for him at all. So before I get into the post that rubbed me the wrong way, I want to give context to where I'm going. So Katie Joy made this post. Mary Brown exposes that the entire show of Sister Wives have been a fraud since the first episode with this heartbreaking story. Let's not forget how Mary feels about Without a Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball? Oh no. Crystal Ball is like the biggest joke of somebody who thinks she knows info, but she's not. So she knows nothing. We should talk about the boyfriend when Crystal is on here. That'll give her some fodder for her silly little thingy that she does. Because she probably watches me. I blocked her from my group, but you know. She's a weirdo and I don't even care, and she'll talk trash about me and I don't even care because I have actually seen some of her videos where she talks about like her family. And I don't know where she gets her information because it's comical.
Mary Brown was forced to discuss the most horrific moment of her marriage to Cody. In doing so, Mary burned the entire Sister Wives franchise to the ground. She revealed that Cody Brown melted down a wedding ring to him right after meeting Robin. When she wanted to know what happened to the ring, Cody told her that he didn't want her to have any claim to him. Mary says she asked Cody for the ring and he refused to give it to her and reiterated to her that he didn't want her to have any claim to him. This all occurred at the exact time they went public. Cody was pushing Mary out and then simultaneously telling the world that she was his soulmate and professed his undying love for her. He put her through horrific storylines and toyed with her desire to have more kids. Robin went along with the two, offering surrogacy. All the while, Cody knew he wanted nothing to do with her. He berated, degraded, and allowed the other woman to attack and smear her. I fully believe he allowed this as a way to humiliate her. The entire time Mary was locked in a contract and had a commitment to push a narrative of polygamy to the masses. Mary never told the story because it was the most devastating moment in her life. Then Cody further abused her when the catfishing happened. This man is a monster. From Without a Crystal Ball's posting, she is discussing how Mary felt it was not Christine's place to tell her story about the wedding ring that was melted down, so she decided to spin this into her own horrific storyline for her own selfish gain. As I will show you how low she went by using another victim's pictures to portray and make Cody look like a monster. She leaned on her own understanding and own assumptions. She went further to accuse Cody of being an abuser, and as people that do watch the show would conclude that Cody is an abuser, yet they feel that he emotionally abuses his wives. But she led people to believe that Cody could, and it's possible, that he would have physically abused Mary the way another victim was horrifically abused. Now let's get into that part. This is the post that angered me. And as you can see from the screenshot, she takes two separate pictures. One, a picture of Mary's face, and the other picture of another victim who was horrifically battered and beaten till she was black and blue. So she took a picture of Mary and superimposed it onto this woman's bruised and battered body to portray her own storyline, which is all the way fucked up. And she states, but for those of you that don't understand why these women stayed, please educate yourself on polygamous cults and narcissistic abuse. Mary Brown knows full well what happened to women that disobeyed their husbands in the Apostolic United Brethren. She knows that men are violent and will physically assault their wives that want to leave. She knows that men will destroy them in court, smear them publicly, and use the funding from the cult to diminish them to nothing. Cody's best friend Carl Henderson brutally assaulted his ex-wife when she stepped out of line and spoke to a male friend from high school. Carl demanded that Nicole give him a legal divorce, just like Cody made Mary give him. Nicole is on record in interviews defending Mary and exposing Cody for forcing her to divorce him to get her hands away from his money. Mary knows that Cody was slated to defend Carl in court against multiple felonies of domestic violence and assault. Mary knows that women that are victims in polygamy are never believed and experience trauma and retaliation from the group when they leave. Leaving polygamy is dangerous, period. Mary keeping this secret is not her protecting Cody. It's Mary protecting herself from retaliation and abuse. So, here we are once again, without a crystal ball, painting everybody with the same brush. Cody is guilty because he could have physically abused his wives because his best friend abused his wife, and his wife went on to do interviews defending Mary, yet exposing Cody for forcing Mary to divorce him so she wouldn't get his money. But in the previous post, she stated that Cody was the one, and I quote, Cody was pushing Mary out, which tells me that Cody didn't want Mary, and I mean no disrespect by saying any of this, that Mary was not looking for a divorce or didn't want a divorce. So which story of yours should your viewers believe, Katie Joy? But this is what I'm getting from this. Without a crystal ball is saying that by Mary keeping this secret and not talking about this wedding ring that was melted down by Cody, she didn't talk about it, not because it hurt her, but because she was afraid for herself. If I'm getting this wrong, please correct me in the comments. Katie Joy is putting on a facade as if she gives a fuck about Mary. No, she doesn't. Not at all. And all this is just for clicks and views, because let's not forget, this is a good month for being on YouTube. And most importantly, she has to create some kind of storyline to keep her Sister Wives content going, since the season is over with now. By using Mary and the photos of Nicole's trauma to push her own narrative is fucked up and just wrong. Nicole herself is a victim whose story is tragic and heartbreaking. No one should ever be put through that or even experience that. Yet Katie Joy decided to take her pain, her trauma, and exploit it to push her own narrative. Again, this is beyond fucked up and wrong. There is no defending this or justifying it. Katie Joy, you are absolutely a disgusting human being. There is no love for you. You're no advocate. You're not even a decent human being. I would be curious to know how Nicole feels about what Katie Joy has done by using her trauma to manufacture falsehoods. Again, I am not defending Cody or his actions that he has shown on television. All I am getting at is don't accuse a man of things that he has not done or is not doing, like abusing, physically abusing a woman and assuming that he did or could do. And did Mary really burn down the entire franchise by telling a story and not being happy with Christine for telling it first? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now, let's move on to the ending of a post, which I feel was a huge fuck you to everyone. Please consider helping at Holding Out Help in their mission to help women safely leave polygamy and receive the counseling they need to recover. #SisterWives. The reason I say that was a huge FU to everyone is because she made a post stating that this organization is being harassed, which they weren't. So the way I see it, since she actually made another post pleading for people to donate to this organization, is whoever runs this organization has had a conversation with Katie Joy, but still do not do their own research to who Katie Joy really is. And they seem to have come to an understanding, or maybe Katie Joy just worked her voodoo and convinced this person how she is the one that's been targeted, and they felt bad for her. What this organization needs to do is actually do their due diligence and stop making money being their deciding factor. And I strongly suggest they research her, because as other people and creative have also come to the same thoughts that I have, and that is she's only using this organization to try and finally be part of a documentary, which I believe this organization is planning on doing in the future. They need to find out for themselves who Katie Joy truly is and how she exploits victims of the same people that they are trying to help. And this that I've spoken about today is a perfect example of that. I was sent a link to information about this organization, and it was not favorable at all. And I did link their organization in my last video, but people must make up their own minds if they want to donate or not. But since Katie Joy is boldly putting it out there that this organization continues to associate with her, and only because of her donations, in my opinion, speaks volumes about their ethics. You guys can donate and support whoever you want, but please do your research into the organizations that you choose to support and make sure that they are legit and not sketchy, and who they're associated with. I should have learned from past experiences when I used to support Thorn and then come to find out how or who Ashton Kutcher was in support of, but I gave it a good heart, and the Lord knows that. With all that said, Katie Joy is a disgusting human being. She did double down on this post. I will make another video with her lying as to why she did and what she did. It is absolutely ridiculous. I have a suggestion for Katie Joy. Since she is so desperate, Katie Joy, this is directly to you. Since you are so desperate for money or attention or whatever else your reasons may be for being such a disgusting human being, why don't you actually start an OnlyFans? Heck, nowadays there is an audience for everyone, and I believe they make a lot of money, so that would be much more beneficial, and you wouldn't need to exploit victims. So I think that will take all your problems away, but it's just a suggestion. I can ask till I'm blue in the face for Katie Joy to stop exploiting victims, but she is going to do whatever and say whatever she needs to say for $1. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch my video. I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts, and once again, not defending Cody for the douchebag he portrays himself to be on television, but once again, you cannot go around accusing this man or any men of something they did not do or Cody has not shown to have done to his wives. But seems as though Katie Joy has a tendency of falsely accusing men, whether it be for her own personal reasons, like what she did to Steve McRae, or now like she is doing with Cody Brown, and all just for clicks and views. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Please be safe out there, be kind to one another, and don't forget, make good memories. Bye guys.